Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. So I've got so much I need to accomplish. I've been so busy with life. I've not had a chance to get in the garden like I've wanted to. And so I've got some things I need to get in the ground really bad. They've been sitting out there waiting for me to plant them. So let's get started with that and see what else we can get into today. I've got these My Monet Weigelas sitting out in the garden, just waiting to be planted. I wanted to add some more shrubs to this area of the garden that I had started last year because all I've really put in this area are a lot of self-seeding flowers and I need more structure. Oh, they're looking really rough. They're looking really bad. Look at my sad Weigela. Oh, so sad. Look what I've done to these leaves, letting it dry out too much. These looked so pretty when I bought them. This was actually something I bought full price, but it looks like I got it on clearance because of my own stupid doing. Gorgeous shrubs. This is what they actually look like when they're not half dead. Okay, so these get 12 to 18 inches tall, 18 to 24 wide. So they're gonna stay really short. I'm filling up these buckets in this watering can so I can really water these plants. Oh my word, I can't believe I let them get this bad. Man, life just gets a hold of you and things get crazy and should have done better. I feel like a really bad plant mama right now. My battery died. Gotta get another battery. All right, the Weigelas are in. They look sad as all get out, but hopefully they'll perk up. And I've got them lining the pathway to add some structure. And I think this will look really pretty, especially next year. But let's move on to the next project. I've got this hosta right here. I divided out. I planted some hostas in my shade garden. This was one I didn't put over there. I think I'm going to plant it under this chaste tree and see how it does. I think it should hopefully get enough shade, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to go ahead and get this in the ground while I'm over here, and then we'll move on to the next. Got it in the ground. Let's see how it does. Oh man. I'm going to do a little bit of quick watering on these so I don't lose anything over here. So I bought a bunch of these when they were on clearance. So the Rainforest Sunrise. A lot of the leaves look rough, but there is a lot of new growth coming in. I have 6 total. I can divide them up if I want to. However, my plan when I bought them was to line the porch behind these roses with them because there will be enough shade that I think that these would work well. I do want to dig up all of the roses this fall and transplant them somewhere else and put in some sort of evergreen shrub, whether I do boxwoods or the globe arborvitaes or something like that. But I want to change these beds up. I've not been super happy with how they're looking, so just want more structure around the house. Let's just lay them out and see what it looks like. I'm gonna pull off some of these yucky looking leaves so it looks nicer when I do lay them out. Some of these just don't look so good. This Rainforest Sunrise hosta gets 8 to 12 inches tall, 16 to 24 wide. So I think it would be really pretty right here, something that would just stay super low. My husband really likes hostas. He's always been a hosta guy. Every house that we've lived at, he's always wanted to plant hostas. He was more into the gardening scene long before I ever was. He did all of our landscaping and stuff at our other houses, and I just never was that into it. I was a city girl. And then, ooh, there's a slug. And then the Lord changed my heart, and I wanted to live in the country. I wanted to raise animals. I wanted to have gardens. I wanted to homeschool my kids, and what a life change. And it's been wonderful, and I love it and love gardening. He doesn't do much with the landscaping anymore. It's pretty much all me. He'll help occasionally if I ask him to because he's sweet, but I've taken a liking to it. So, an obsession, actually, I would say. Oh, that was random. But yeah, I just wanted a slower life, and I wanted to have more time with my kids, and wanted them to be able to grow up this way instead of the rat race, and we love it. But here's a couple more. We'll lay them out. So what do y'all think if I were to plant these back here like this? Actually, I really like that. I almost wonder if I got some bigger hostas and planted back behind these roses, if that would give me a little more structure and make me feel better about this situation with the roses. What do y'all think? I don't know. The roses are just getting so tall. They're almost as tall as me. So that's pretty tall for not having any kind of elevation on our porch. But I think those would be really pretty. Now I'm second guessing my plan with pulling these roses out. Ugh. When they're not in bloom and the Japanese beetles are eating them, I'm like, ugh, I gotta do something. I don't like this. But now that they're in bloom, they do look so pretty. And then if they're underplanted with this chartreuse green hostas on the back side, and then what if I just took out the catmint and replaced it with an evergreen hedge in front of the roses, and then put something in front of the evergreen hedge? Oh no. What do y'all think? Look at the color of this beautiful rose. It's like a coral pink color. It is so pretty. Man, I love it. It's planted over here. And this one right here is supposed to be the same thing. I thought it died, and then it came up with all of these new shoots, but I don't know that it's actually growing from the original stock. I think this was the bare root right here, and it all died. It did not do good. It did not make it. And this year it's coming up with all these new stalks, but they are not on this. They're not grafted onto this. If it was a grafted rose to begin with, I'm not even sure, but it's got all of this fantastic new growth, and I haven't seen blooms on it yet, so I'm hoping these aren't just like a bunch of random suckers. But it's so healthy looking, and so I hope it survives. But it's supposed to be the same thing as this, so if that turns into this, I will be so happy. But this one is growing on the nub that it was on last year. Look how healthy and pretty that is. So for reference, this is where that is. I've got the double pink knockout rose right here next to my pink chiffon rose of Sharon, the double pink knockout rose, and then this rose I was just telling you about that hopefully will turn out to be the same shade as this one back here, because they were the same thing. These were just cheap bare roots that I got, I think, probably at Walmart last spring. And then this is the Perfume Breeze Climbing Rose. You've seen some pictures and videos of this. This one is like spent right here, but this is about to bloom. I transplanted this one to this spot because it was overtaking an area by the house where I have some other climbing roses, and I just want it to climb up this obelisk. But if it climbs up this and has all these little dainty pink roses, and then I have the coral roses, and then my hot pink, and then my pink chiffon rose of Sharon, this little spot will be gorgeous once it all just starts really taking off. So hopefully that's how it goes. All my vinca's doing good. All right, guys, last stop for the day. I wanted to show you all how I have made curtains for the greenhouse. So something I wish I had not done is when we designed and built this greenhouse, I wish I had not put windows on the bottom half. I thought I was going to be letting more light in by doing that, but in actuality, I just fill those shelves with all of my pots and things that just aren't that attractive. It's all my plastic pots and things that aren't that attractive, and I don't like seeing it from the outside. It makes the courtyard look junky, and I want to create a really pretty, formal, nice sitting area out here. That's going to be a fall project, the winter project. But anyways, I made curtains to cover all of that stuff, so I'm going to show you that. But these are the little curtains that I put here. we attached the shelving to the window, so I wasn't able to do like a full length curtain on the front side, which I'm kind of sad about now because I'm not like super crazy about this. If you look on this side, I really do like the full length curtain over here. I've got some roses that I dug up and I need to transplant somewhere. That's what these are, sitting right here. So this area is kind of like holding grounds for other things that I need to do. So it's not like super attractive right now, but I'm trying to get it that way. But I really wish whenever I did this greenhouse, I would have designed it differently. So if you are looking at designing a greenhouse for yourself, these are old windows that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace, and even the front door. But the lower half, I would recommend having at least like some sort of wall before you start your windows. That way you don't run into the problem that I've run into. Now these were just old tablecloths that I had, and I was no longer using them, and so I cut them up and turned them into the curtains on here using like tension rods. And so it has solved this problem for now. Maybe I'll come up with a different solution later, or maybe I'll do a different curtain later. I would like to be able to paint these inside tables white, I think, which is not really a big deal whenever I have the curtains over here, but on the front side, I'm not like super crazy about it. Maybe it's just that that dusty pink color doesn't go well with that shade of wood. Maybe that's the problem. But anyways, design issues I'm gonna work through. However, you don't see my junk, so that's super nice. Well guys, thanks so much for joining me today in the garden. I appreciate you all so much. I hope that you all will like and subscribe to the channel for more gardening adventures, and I'll see you next time. Happy gardening.